are in the mix with D.HALL and the People's Show.
Listen, yo.
This is a J. York production. You are in the mix with D.HALL and the People's Show.
Listen, yo.
This is a J. York production.
What's happening? Well, I want to thank everybody for coming on today. Today's another Sunday. We always do all our boxing and all our entertainment as far as fighting and combat sports. We do it right here. You're live with me, D.HALL, the People's Show, in conjunction with my man, J. York Productions. And it's another Sunday, man. We're glad to be here. Look here. I got a good friend that's gonna come on with us here in just a moment, and I'm glad to be able to bring him on. He is Marcus Luck. He owns that. He owns it. Yeah, he owns that gym. Yeah, Lucky Punch Promotions, and I'm glad to have him on today and be able to talk with us. We're live right now, so look here. With no further ado, let's get him on. Let's get him in, and let's talk with him. It's Sunday. Y'all know what we do. Y'all know how we do it. Here we go. There he is. There's the man right there.
How you doing, Hall?
Hey, I'm doing lovely. It's another Sunday. We got you on, man. You're the top dog today. How's everything for you?
Everything's going good. Was trying to get to the house so I can sit up so we can talk it before. So, but I can start here. We can finish in it with.
Yeah, we can start right here. Hey, look, we got time. Ain't no problem. When you get to the house, we're going to make it do what it do, always. But I'm glad to see that you're here with us right now. We got my man, Marcus Luck, of Lucky Punch Promotions. We're going to talk with him, and we're going to get with him and find out how this journey's been for him. Great guy. And we're going to go in a little bit details how we met also. And it was quite interesting. I can tell you that. I can tell you that. As he make his way home, we were supposed to have a special guest today, and we look forward to that if he come in. So y'all stay with us and be with us as we talk to Mr. Luck, because he is the main attraction right now with us. Lucky Punch Promotions, my man, he trying to make it to the house. And you know what? Y'all hang in. Share the video one time because you're with me right now. D.HALL, the People's Show. Y'all share the video right now. I'm getting ready to share it because it's going into a lot of places. But look, this is what I want to say to you, man. Before we get started, I want to say this. Well, I always do. I want to thank my Heavenly Father for letting me be able to contact you and get you right now on this show with me live as we speak. Also, I see you always working hard and you're keeping the things going. But look, you started, God knows you started when you was a young kid, didn't you, man? I'm telling you started a long time ago.
Yeah.
And what age did you start?
Well, actually, I got involved in boxing at 7 years old. It's just a family thing. My uncle boxed. I had cousins who boxed. My older brother used to beat me up. He boxed. So it's like we grew up with gloves in our
house. You know what? At least you was honest about that. You know, you was like, well, my older brother beat me up. You know what I'm saying? You know, that was cool, man. You know, you was honest about that.
When you're the baby brother, you have no options. You know what I'm saying? It's like he boxed and he come home and beat you up, practice what he know, call himself teach you, but it's more like a whooping. You know, so and slowly but surely you pick up and you learn and you go from there.
Right, exactly. So when you're doing things like that, you learn a lot. He don't mean to hurt you or nothing like that, but um, is that something that you wanted to do? That really was something that you really want to do, was fight and box?
Uh, I always loved the sport of boxing, as in growing up around it, growing up with it. Um, but actually, it wasn't my first choice. I was involved in a lot of sports as a youth, so my time bounced from boxing, um, football, track, basketball. I dabbled in wrestling. I dabbled in basketball and other sports. But it's like at the end of the day, I fell back on boxing. But I always loved it. I had no choice. As in, is it an option? No, I love the sport. So,
Okay.
but like I said, I other well.
Okay. So in other words, you wasn't forced to do that. It was just an option for you to do that because you was in so many different sports, correct?
Exactly. I excelled in football, excelled in track and field. I was state champion in track and field in the 800 meters. I was all state in football. I had a car wreck. I lost my scholarships in football and ended up going to college for track. There, I was an 8-time collegiate champion in 800, 400, 400 hurdles, and other events. And I qualified for the Olympic trials, but due to injury, that didn't pan out. And just so happened, when I come back through, boxing would have found me then. I found a gym from an old friend who was in the gym, and we just took off with it from there.
Okay. And you just said something I want to talk about. It was your amateurs. You said you was in the amateurs for a little while, and you didn't. You did. What happened? You didn't stay there long, but what happened with that, with the amateurs and stuff? You was just talking about that.
Yeah, due to other sports, like I said, 1 minute I'm in the gym, 1 minute I'm in the football field. 1 minute I'm on the gym, next minute I'm on the basketball court. I'm back in the gym, and then I'm in track. With me excelling in all other sports, it kept me out of the gym as much as I would like to have been.
Okay, he's back. Got you. Okay. So it kept you flowing in different directions. Which shall I say? Um, like I said, you played several different sports. You played basketball. You played football. You played wrestling, track and field. Uh, which sport did you enjoy the most?
Um, Honestly, I could say football. Football is my number one sport. I just like the physicality of football. I was good. I was fast. So I think football is my number one choice. And then track came because the football coach just wanted us to run track to
Okay.
stay in shape off season. And
Okay.
I excelled in track my first year of running. I went undefeated, conference champion, and everything. And it just took off from there with me running track. So just everything with me kind of like fell in my lap with one sport to the next.
Right. Okay. And you know what? You had you when you was talking about the track, and I like the way that you're talking about it. But that was a really a big thing for you. But you had an injury that stopped all that. So what happened with that?
Yes, I was actually training in Richmond, Virginia, at a place called Belle Isle. Um, it's just a trail around an island in James River, and I broke my foot.
Mm,
And not knowing I broke my foot, I ran all season on it until I
mm,
got out the outdoor on the hurdles, and the injury just kept hurting more. And I finally went and got it checked, and I had a broken metatarp in my foot.
mm. Wow. So you did that for a whole year?
Yes, indoor. I ran
Wow,
whole indoor with a broke foot.
man. I'll tell you what, man. You was Superman.
I ain't gonna say that. I mean, I've never been to one. I don't like doctors. I don't like
Okay.
hospitals.
Right.
My mother didn't grew me. We didn't grow up taking medicine and stuff. It's like you got hurt, sit down. She was more of an herbal person and stuff like that. So even today, I don't take pain pills. I don't. I mean,
Right.
I've never really been truly sick. I've never had a pneumonia, never had a flu, maybe a common cold or something like that. Maybe, but I'm not one of the persons who like get sick easy.
Okay. Got you. I understand what you're saying. I never really liked going either, but I do now because of my age.
Hey, yes, sir.
Yeah, my age and all. Um, Also, you was headed to the Olympic trials, and um, was that through track and field? Oh, well, you was
Yes,
headed yeah, through
that was through track and field, the 400 hurdles.
okay, okay, okay. How did you feel about not making it? I mean, making it to the Olympic
It was
trials?
another disappointment because, like I said, from football, I had a car wreck which set me down from football, and I thought because I had colleges looking at me, I had scholarships and stuff, and after that got pulled away, it was discouraging, and um, that
Okay.
you wasn't going to school, and then I set a year out for healing, and I just so luckily is a young female that used to run with me in high school. I used to meet up in big meets, invitational meets, named Tanya.
Hmm.
Tanya Williams. She reached out to me that summer. I was like, "Hey, I thought you was at Virginia Tech. We didn't see you at the track." I told her what happened and everything. She
Hmm.
got in touch with the coach at VCU, Julian Spooner. He gave me a call. I told him my times. He thought I was lying. He's like,
Uh-huh.
"There's no way you're running these times. You're not in a college." And I told him what happened. He got in touch with my track coach, Kenny Lewis. Kenny Lewis verified everything. He called me back and said, "Hey, I got a scholarship in the mail. How soon can you get here?"
Hmm.
My freshman year, I was conference MVP.
Wow.
So
Wow. That's beautiful.
yeah.
That's great. That's excellent. Your freshman year. Wow. Uh, how long was you gone from boxing, man? You stepped away and you went on the other direction. How long was you gone from boxing?
Um, from almost like 14 to 15 when I really got to high school until after I got out of college, around 22.
Mm. So you was gone a long time.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I was away from it, but I kept up with it. I had friends who
Okay.
still box. I kind of like advised people through it and I talked to them and I ain't gonna say managed, but I mean, I just like advised them through some of the things in their careers and stuff.
Right. Okay. So finally, you came back, uh, and you did come back to boxing. What made you come back, though? What made you come back to boxing?
After my injury and stuff, I just down. I was a little depressed at a moment, and I ran into a friend of mine, and hey, where you off to? He was like, I'm heading to the gym. I said, what
Hmm.
gym? He said, the boxing gym. I was like, man, I'm coming. I said, yo, I ain't been in the gym in a minute. You know what I'm saying? So I got in there. First day, you've been out the gym for a while, but the first day you get back, you think you where you left off. I jump in the
Hmm.
ring. You know what I'm saying? I do pretty well. I hold my own. But
Hmm.
I got touched up a little bit, and it kind of aggravated me to notice some of these guys got the best of me
Hmm.
at that
Hmm.
moment, and I know they're not better than me. So the next day,
Hmm.
I was back in the gym, and it stuck from there.
So I bet it did. I know you. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
I mean, a
I bet
fighter's
it did.
fight. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Yeah.
what a fighter's fight. You can't think, oh, this happened, this happened. No, no. I mean, hey, I'm coming back. If you got the best of me, you best believe I'm coming back.
There you
And,
go.
and that's me. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no, oh, I got excuses. Now I'm gonna hit the gym and I'm coming back and I'm gonna show you. So, I mean, and like I said, from there it just stuck.
Right. Got you. Because you always want to come back and you want to show them, hey, this is me. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna make this happen.
Exactly. This is what I do.
I don't know about you, but this is what I'm gonna do. Uh,
Exactly.
you turned pro at what age did you turn pro? Do you remember?
I think it was like 24.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because like I said, I had been out for a while. When I got back, I started back when I was 22 and got back in the gym. I was training a little bit. First, I was just training for the fun of it. And
Right.
I had a couple of friends that was pro, and I was just giving them work. I was sparring them, just giving them work. And
Right.
they were like, man, why don't you fight, man? You can fight. And I was like, let's go. And I jumped in again. I jumped in feet
Okay.
first.
How long was your pro? How long was your pro?
I can't recall the actual numbers, but I'll probably say 10, 11 years,
Okay. Okay.
give
Well,
or
that's
take.
good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
good
10,
enough.
11 years. Yeah.
Let's talk about I want everybody, and this is something that I like because I was involved in this, and you was too. It was a boys and girls club. That was
Yeah. Mhm.
something that was really big for you. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah. I actually was the athletic director of the Boys and Girls Club. And believe it or not, my high school coach, track coach, Kenny Lewis, he was my football coach and track coach in high school, actually came looking for me from when I came home from college. and,
Oh,
and they offered me the job. Uh, of course, I accepted the job, and then as I worked at the Boys and Girls Club, I know you run into the little kids, and all of a sudden they hear you boxing, and that man, I want to box, I want to box. Like, nah, I don't want to box because I had never really thought about working with youth in boxing. You know, it was just so I
yeah,
went to school for criminal justice, child psychology, so
yeah.
I always dealt with youth and stuff like that. And with the growing need for the kids asking to box, I mean, I started working with one or two. Next thing there was 10, next thing there was 15, 20 kids.
Mm,
Um, so me, I mean, how I was, I knew sports was an outlet for me. You know,
right.
I had no problem in school. I was a straight A student. I was really smart. I excelled in all sports and stuff, all grades. I had issues, but I still had a little me that if it
Mm,
wasn't for sports, I probably would have dropped out of school, you know.
mm, mm,
But I
mhm.
knew I had to keep my grade point average. I knew I had to be in school to play sports. And for the love of sports, that kept me in school more. So,
Right, right.
and not
Mm,
only that, I know other kids who sports kept them involved with their school and academics because they knew if they failed, they weren't going to
it
be in a
was gonna
football
be
game that weekend.
right. That's
They
right.
failed,
That's
they
right.
couldn't run track. So I want to work with the youth as that's an outlet, and that's something you can do. And even though boxing is not a school sport, you're still a student athlete first.
Right.
So um, I started working with the kids, and I'm like, yo, if you ain't in school, or if you ain't doing good in school, you can't box. And I use that for a incentive to have them to do better in school or want to go to school. And
Mhm.
it just kept growing and growing.
Growing.
And it actually pushed me to the destiny I am now, which I finally opened a gym.
Okay.
My gym's called Lux Boxing Gym.
Okay.
Um, I started an amateur program, started working with those guys, and um, they
Mm,
excelled in amateurs, winning Golden Gloves. I had a girl to make it to nationals,
great.
just excelling. And me knowing the professional aspect of boxing, you know, you want to look at the fighters. You want to understand because boxing
Mhm,
has become a business, and no
mhm,
promoter's gonna call you to come beat that person. So they don't know your guys. Your
mhm,
guys are unknown. So I was kind of hard getting guys fights. And
mhm.
2004, I opened up Lucky Punch Promotions, which is my
Mhm.
promotion company, which I promote and manage fighters as well.
Great, great. You know, and that's a beautiful thing. And you hit on something. You already. I was getting ready to ask the question. Well, going to the question of about your gym and what you're trying to instill within the kids. But you already beat me to that. That was a lucky punch you just did because you explained it to me right quickly. And I didn't even ask the question yet. So that's awesome because you already gave the answer to the question that I was bringing up in my mind. What are you trying to instill? And you said that already. Great
Mhm.
punch. Um, this is one thing I want to say. Well, I want to ask you this, and I want you to say this and tell me what it takes to for the kids. What does it takes to be a winner in life in general? What's in your mind? What you think it takes to be a winner in life?
First thing I would tell any kid to be a winner in life, you can't be a quitter. You
Mhm.
can lose, but you can't give up on yourself.
There you
You know
go.
what I'm saying?
There you go.
Because
There you go.
we all have goals. You may come up short. You may not accomplish to your fullest, as long as you don't quit. As long as it's a fight. Life's a fight.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? And
oh,
that's one thing I tell people
right.
because you know you got these parents like, well, I can't believe how these kids fighting and you can't. They're like, listen, hold on, y'all don't understand what boxing installs in individuals.
Mm-hmm.
Boxing can be related to in real life in every situation.
That's
And I
right.
always tell people like
Right.
fighting don't prove anything. You're wrong. Fighting proves everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's how you fight. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, even in stores, if
Mm-hmm.
Food Line have a sale today, guess
Mm-hmm.
what? Kroger will have one next week. They're
Mm-hmm.
gonna compete. It's still competition. It's a chess match.
Competition. That's right. It's a
You look at
chess
the
match.
strategy of how when Walmart came along, because back in the days you have Family Dollars and Dollar Generals. They was not close to neighborhoods and stuff like that. You had to drive to get to them.
Mm-hmm.
But now, since Walmart and the bigger stores have came, what they do, they move them to the neighborhood. That's strategic places, stores closer to you, so you
Mm-hmm.
feel like I ain't got to drive that far to go to a grocery store. I
That's
ain't got to
right.
drive that far to go get paper towels or toilet
That's right.
paper. I can
That's
go to
right.
the Dollar General right down the street. That's
That's right.
strategic planning. It's like
Yep.
warfare. You don't
Yep.
just go to war reckless.
You plan it out and you execute things.
That's
And
right.
that's
And
how you
that's
look at life. And that's how I teach my kids, not just in the boxing ring, but life.
that's right.
Set goals. I can't say I want to go to New York, but I'm going 77 West.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just the opposite direction.
That's right. That's
So
exactly right.
if you want to go somewhere in life, everything you do, everything you set up, you just have to be directed to what you want to be. You know, if you want to be a engineer, you got to go
Mhm.
take the mathematics classes.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? It's certain things. So you have to strategize, plan out, and execute everything in life.
That's right.
And
That's
long
right.
as you're going forth with it, and long as you're happy with your results, you'll always be a winner in my book.
That's good. That's good. And it's just like you said, it's strategizing, in different things in the way that you do it. And putting yourself in the right position, to get that win. Um, Got to talk about a young man, and he's been in your camp now. He's one of my favorite young men, right here in North Carolina, Kelvin King. He's got a fight coming up November the 11th in South Carolina.
I think it's the 13th.
13th. My fault.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah, yeah.
What's your thoughts on that? Him and how he's been working. How's he been doing in your camp?
Well, Kevin's having a great camp. He's dedicated himself really hard for this camp. I really think he's doing a great job. He's actually went for a 4 mile run today. He had some great sparring. We'll have some sparring coming in the next few days to prepare for this camp. So
Great.
I'm just waiting to see uh, the results of the hard work he's put in. I mean, he deserved everything he won in life right now, and right now he's really. And that's one aspect that I would like to see right now. His results shine.
Yeah, he's a tremendous kid. I met him a long time ago at one of the fights in South Carolina. He wasn't supposed to have been fighting that night. And he for whatever reason, I don't know what it was, but he could not fight that night. And he sat down and he talked to us. I mean, and it was a touching thing, And I really got a lot of love for him. And I'll be there the 13th for that fight and rooting him on. Me and my team, D.HALL and J. York Productions, we're definitely going to be there that night to see him get that
Yes, sir.
victory.
I hope so because he'll love to have you. And right now, like I said, man, the work he's been putting in is really good, and I just can't wait to see the results be displayed that night.
Yeah, I'm totally excited myself. And I saw it. I saw the intro and the promo that they did for him, and I was really excited about that young man because, like I said, I met him and talked with him, and sat down with him, me and Victorious, and we sat down with him and had a talk with him, and he was just, I mean, he was really. I think that what happened that night, he just wanted to unfold himself, and he did to us, and that was beautiful. Um, you trained a lot of people, man, and you done a lot of work with a lot of people. Um, who are some of those people that you can recall that has really impacted you as a person? Your fighters, anybody, period, it really has impacted you as a person to keep you doing what you're doing.
Um, the first people I would like to acknowledge who have installed how I act and stuff. I ain't gonna say the first, but I'm saying the ones I can recall the most is when I was in high school. But besides my uncle and stuff who got me involved in boxing and stuff,
Right.
it was a couple, the Bryers, Coach Breyer and his wife, Miss B.
Okay.
Those were some individuals who came along. They wasn't a part of the track team. They wasn't a part of the school, but they dedicated their life in helping youth. They used to come pick us up from school, take us to their house. I mean, those are some astounding. I mean, those are some people right there. I could never thank enough. The things I've seen them do to kids out of the communities we came from, they didn't have to. I mean, they just did a lot for us, man. They kept us straight. When we went off the path, they'd come find us, talk to us, get us back on the right path. Those are the first people I would like to acknowledge. Coach Fussell was my football coach, in Optimus League. When I decided to stray off and get in the streets and do a little stuff, my mom took me off this team. He came back in, mentored me, talked to me, got me back on the right path. And is an old minister in my church. I don't think he even know it. Delmar Jackson. He was another mentor that I really looked up to, and he installed a lot in me as a youth.
Right.
Just with doing the right thing, living the right way. Let your work speak for itself. I don't look for other people to acknowledge me. I don't throw what I do out there. I mean, what I do is my business, and I can say, "Oh yeah, I done did this, or I done this," and it's no, I don't have to do that. You know what I mean? When you're doing good things, people acknowledge you for it.
That's right.
So,
that's right, man. I'll tell you, that's
but
true.
besides those, man, my uncle Charles, who just passed almost a year ago, like last week, he installed a lot in me. My uncle Donnell raised me to be the man I am. My father, he still talks to me today. My mother, first and foremost, what she put in me to raise me and my brothers the way she have on her own, to see a strong woman work hard as she worked to raise us, to give us the best. You know, I seen a woman go without food to make sure we ate, you know, working 2 or 3 jobs, you know, just to get by. And now she's living up. She owns properties. She's doing well. She's living good, and she deserves everything she get. I love her. So nothing comes before my mother, because that's who installed most of it in me. But I just want to give accolades to the other people who touched my life as well.
Well, you know what? That's beautiful, man, because I'm going to tell you something. You know, you had a list of people there, and these people might not be known to me or anybody else, but they're known to you, and it means something to you. And that's where you are. That's why you are where you're at today.
Yes, sir. Exactly.
That's why you are where you're at today. I gotta say that y'all hear that now, because this guy here, you know, you never know who you're gonna meet in life, and never know where this gonna take you. But I knew that one day we was gonna get back together, and we're gonna do it again, because you know I truly got a lot of respect for him, and we worked together for a little short period of time together, and I enjoyed it. And he's truly a tremendous person, as far as I know. I don't know about nobody else, but from what I know, we call this game time, Marcus. This is game time now for us right here, for me and you. We play a little game. It's game time for us to play that game now. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you a word, and I want you to give that meaning of the word to you. I don't care what that meaning is, but I want it to be from you what the meaning is to you. So I'm going to give you a word. You give me your meaning. First word is God.
The universe. I don't like to box God into religion. I just feel like he's the universe. He can touch each and every one individually, and he's within us.
Man, wonderful, wonderful. You know, he is the universe. He is the world. He's everything. Family.
Family. That's a hard one, because you got your blood family, and you got people who touch your life who I consider family as well. And some of those have bigger impacts due to the fact that some people are given to you as a family member, but they haven't made themselves family in your heart. You know, you may have a cousin, y'all don't get along. They haven't done anything. Y'all don't see anything eye to eye. But I've met you already, and I look at you as a brother because the impact you've created in my life. You know, so I look at family as deeper than just blood. It's just a unity a bond that you create with someone that can't be broken.
That's right, and you're correct. I mean, you know, it's a bond. And just what you said, it's a unity, because there's a lot of people that can do things for you that your own family can't do for you.
Exactly.
And people got to realize that. Boxing. Let's go with boxing.
I love boxing. Boxing is life. It's therapy. I mean, it's therapy. Boxing can be so many things for me, but I mean, I love boxing. Boxing is the ultimate sport. It's the first and one of the oldest sports is the gladiator days. You know,
Yeah.
it goes back to the first person, me versus you,
Yeah.
man versus man.
Man.
At the end of the day, I can shake your hand and earn respect.
Wow.
It just brings you back to the old school days when we fought as kids and we shook hands next day.
Yeah.
You know, me and my friends, we fought each other every day just to fight for fun. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, and it just brings back the old feeling of gladiators, man. We're the last gladiators.
Yeah, and I gotta agree with you on that. It was like I used to play basketball. I used to play basketball when I was coming up, and that was my number one sport when I was coming up. And I always wanted to go to North Carolina State, but me and the guys got together and we used to battle on the dirt court. You know what I'm saying? Just battle, man. We were rough, tough kids, just like boxing. You know,
Yeah,
we didn't care. You gonna get dunked on, you gonna get dunked on. You know what I'm saying?
we putting in work, baby.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? We out there with no shirts on, and the ground is dirty. It's got a lot of dust up, and we out there kicking it. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. There you go. Start from the bottom, you know.
There you go. Here we go. Good one. This one right here. This one right here. I know you're gonna give me a good answer for this one. The Boys and Girls Club.
It's I look at it as a rest haven for kids. I mean, it saves a lot of youth. You know, that's a place where a lot of memories are made. A lot of kids are built into adults. And I think it's a great place and a great thing. I mean, I think every kid needs a safe haven, and the Boys and Girls Club is a safe haven.
Yeah.
You know, those 2 hours at the Boys and Girls Club after school, those 3 hours. I mean, anything can happen. You know, you can go take a wrong turn, come off the school bus. Anything can happen at that moment. But for a chance, you give a kid a safe haven, a safe place to go, to help with their homework, for the communication and involvement you have to deal with other people, the social skills you build. That you might meet someone from the north side that you probably was beefing with. You know, it's so much. It brings kids together. There's a bond that you have there for life. That you can always say, "Hey man, hey, yeah, use my director, Boys and Girls Club." I walk through stores and kids still give me the knowledge. Well, they're not kids anymore, but they still give me the knowledge and they remember me, what I did for them, how I touched them. So I think that's a great place, man.
Yeah, it is. It is a great place, and I got to say that it is because I coach basketball there at the Boys and Girls Club here it was in Kinston, North Carolina, and I did it for a long time. And I was just thrilled to see that them have the chance to be able to do something to help them, and it molded them how to work together.
Yeah,
That's what it molded them. You got 5 kids on. All of them got different brains, but we got one thing in common. We're trying to get that W, and they understood that. They understood that because they work together and they listen. And I gotta say, man, I gotta say, I'm with you on the Boys and Girls Club 100%. You know, if anything that I can do to help any Boys and Girls Club, come there and talk to them, anything. I'm with you on that, brother, 100%.
Exactly. I still stay in touch with them. I still stop by there, talk to the kids, shake a hand. You never know the lasting impression you'll leave on some people. You know, you can walk by and just speak to someone, and it can change their life in certain ways. You ain't got to engage with everybody all the time. A simple, "Hey, I love you, man." Pat them on the back. I'm proud of you. It don't take much.
That's right.
You never know what someone's going through in that day.
That's right.
Simple, "Hey, how you doing? You feeling all right?"
That's exactly right.
It can change someone's day. It can change their life.
That's exactly right. Because I'm gonna tell you something, man. People come up to me and they just want to speak, and then you speak back to them. Man, that makes their day. That makes their day right there. You know. So I agree with you on that. Here we go. The Lucky Punch Promotions. Give me your meaning.
Lucky Punch Promotions. It's funny because I came up with the name because my name's Marcus Luck. So everything was lucky, and then you always hear in boxing, "Oh, he caught him with the lucky punch." I'm like, lucky punch. If he threw the punch, he meant to throw it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if I'm getting if someone's dragged me across the ring, if I just cock back and throw this, get off me. And if it connect, guess what? It's meant to connect. That's what my goal was. So was it lucky? No, I mean, I set that goal. So, I mean, Lucky Punch Promotion came about. And like I said, I had the young kids coming from amateurs, wanted to turn pro. And I wanted to give them a place where they can grow, build their skills before they get out in this boxing world. Because my experience with pro boxing, I start off like, yo, this is kind of, I ain't gonna say shady, but you're fighting the hometown, you're fighting the ref, you're fighting the crowd, you're fighting the promotion company.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want to give those kids a rocket start out here in the sport of boxing. And I want to
Right.
teach them a brand and build a brand for them. And that's what started Lucky Punch Promotion.
That's great, man. You're doing a fantastic job. I mean, you really are, and I'm, I'm impressed with what you're doing. I see you all the time on Facebook, and you stand in them kids' faces, and you keep them pumping. Don't quit, Ace. Don't quit. Where you going? Get back in here.
Hey, I just am a battery pack. That's all I'm. When you tired, I'm your battery pack. You know what I'm saying? You can trust in me.
I know that's right. Here we go. Grand finale, the last one, the D.HALL People Show.
The D.HALL People Show is a show that I love to watch on Sundays. I catch, and I like to catch up. I mean, it's worldwide now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're reaching different places, different people, and I like what you're doing, and you're bringing some of the local people out here.
Yeah.
You ain't always got to be with this top stars, and because it's people in this boxing world who does a lot for the sport of boxing itself on a lower scale, and you're giving these people a platform.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jonathan Felton, a friend of mine, was on here. There's a lot of people from the local area I'm familiar with, and I said, like, okay, these people need to get out here, and that's what's happening to the sport of boxing that I don't like. Now it's all everybody worried about the big fights. What happened to the Friday night fights? The ballroom boxing, the little shows where you get to see someone grow. You can see someone grow. You're connected to that person. You know what I'm saying? There's no more identity in boxing because now it's only the big people. People only know, who fight? Oh, Canelo fight? No, I don't know. I don't know them. Watch. You should know these people.
That's
you should have a platform against these people.
That's right.
To see people grow. I mean, I remember watching boxing. You didn't have to know no one. It was the sport you watched.
Yep.
Now it's like who boxing. Now I want to know who boxing.
Yep.
I don't care who's boxing. It's a fight. You know what I'm saying? And people always say boxing is dead. Are you crazy? And I'm like, okay. And this is what I tell people like, oh man, I like basketball. I like this. I said, well, let me tell you something. Boxing is the best sport out there. Man, okay. Let's get on the corner. You got a basketball game on this corner, a football game on this corner, a baseball game on this corner, and let a fight break out over here. What's gonna happen?
You going to everybody.
The fight wins every time. Whether you like fighting or not, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna peep over there and try to see who won. You're gonna want to know that. That's what you got to do. Bring these people back to like what you're doing. You're bringing the crowd back to the people.
And that's what I want to do.
We ain't got to chase Earl Spence. We ain't got to chase. Get to know this guy over here. Get to know these people. Get behind your local fighters. There's someone who's right around the corner for you that you can listen to. You can follow. You can shake his hand. You can touch him. You know what I'm saying? These big stars, you'll never see them unless you go to a fight.
Yep.
This is a local kid right here who's doing great things and who you can help. When you can say when he do get on TV, hey man, I know this kid, he's coming to my barbershop. Oh, this kid, he live around the corner from me. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Let's speak on these local kids better. Let's give these local kids platforms. And that's what the D.HALL show is doing. I love you for it, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, man, I thank y'all because that's what I want to do. I want to, take these kids that's not getting all this recognition. Like I was over in Japan. I had a kid on. I don't know if you saw it. I had Ugo.
I watched some of that. I didn't watch it long. I was kind of Sundays I usually be on my motorcycle, and
it's cool.
That's a riding time. So I tune in when I can when I'm not on the bike and stuff like that. I tune in, but I did catch some of that.
Yeah, that's what I like doing, man. I like going out and trying to get the unexpected, winners in life, and those those kids are winners, man. So that's what we like doing. Especially here in the surrounding in areas all over. People. I put that one together. It was kind of hard, but we did that. We worked at that. It took me about a month to get that one together. I'm telling you, it was tough, but we did it.
Hard work paid off.
Yeah, it paid off, man. I was really thrilled about it. Matter of fact, he fought last night and he won in the K1 fighting over in Japan. I spoke with his grandmother and he won, and we were thrilled about that because I was concerned. I love all the kids. I love all the kids. I mean, Kelvin, all these kids, Michael Williams Jr. and Senior. I love them all, man, because I want this is what this platform is about. It's about
Mhm.
our people, man. Coming here and anybody, my door is always open. My door is always open. I never shy away from anybody, big, little, small. It don't matter to me.
There you
You know what
go.
I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm not a you come up to me, you see me at the event, you come up, walk up to me and talk to me. I got no problem with it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a people person. I'm gonna always be that way.
There you
So,
go. Because the
listen,
people make us. It ain't
yeah,
us to make the people. The people make us.
there you go, brother. Um, we're gonna end this thing with this Wilder Fury fight. What's your thoughts on that?
Um, I was going for Wilder. I will say that. Hey, Fury fought. I mean, he put up a fight and
Yeah,
a little roughhouse tactics, but hey, you know what I mean? You got to fight. The
yeah,
first knockdown, he had his head down and threw a little uppercut. There's a lot of stuff on there you can complain about, but at the end of the day, he put
it's a
up a
fight.
fight.
Yeah,
Wilder put up a fight. Um, it's one of the best fights I've seen this year. For to be 5 knockdowns, Wilder go down in the third, Fury go down twice in the fourth. It was a 10th round knockdown, and then a stoppage at the 11th. Man, it was a fight. I
yeah,
mean,
it was.
Fielder showed great heart getting up because that right hand he hit him. You can see this whole vibration go through his body.
Hmm.
I mean, it was a great fight. I mean, it
Yeah,
wasn't the
it was.
results I was expected. It wasn't the results I was looking for. But me,
Me either.
I'll tell anybody, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I shake any man's hand who get in that ring and perform.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Everybody has something to say. But
yeah.
with me owning the gym, I've seen a whole lot of people come in and a whole lot more go out.
Mhm.
So, and I tell all of my fighters this lesson, bro. The crowd can talk, but one thing they won't do is get in this ring fight.
That's
Don't
it.
ever let nobody tell you nothing. And it's unfortunately that the boxing world has got known to say, oh, he's a bum.
Hmm.
No, I hate that terminology in boxing. Now, I'm going to say there's some people who are less skilled, yes,
Right.
but there are true levels to boxing.
Yeah, it levels to that.
And,
That's right.
I want to tell this short story because I know you're not got too much time, but I
You
had
got
a
it.
sponsor who came to all of my fights when I first started doing shows in '04. And he's like, man, that guy won't good luck, man. I could have been. I said, listen, bro, no, this guy can fight. It's just the skill level of his opponent is greater than he is so far. It makes him look like he can't fight.
Hmm.
And years and years of shows, and I think probably I'll say 2017, he came to my show. I mean, he came to my gym. I was in his business, place of business. Uh, C&D Pawn Shop. Dustin, he owns the business. A good friend of mine, great person.
Hmm.
He said, look, he was talking about how tough they were and who can fight. And this, and I was like, man, how many people in your gym you think I can beat? I said, and fighting? He was like, yeah. I'm like, nobody, maybe some of the little kids, because the older kids will beat you up. And he finally decided to come to the gym.
Hmm.
And he came to the gym. I had a guy who'd been training probably like a month. I said, get in the ring with him. The guy kind of beat him up playing with him. So he's like, man, that guy good. I said, no, he's not. And I told another guy, get in there, beat him up. And I
Hmm.
told another guy, get in there, beat him up. And then
Hmm.
one of my good guys said, yo, go in there and show this guy something. I said, see, boxing, and I said, I broke it down to a sport. He likes basketball. I said,
Hmm.
you know that high school kid that dominated high school that everybody was so raved over, who went to
Hmm.
college and didn't make the team or sat the bench? I said, that's boxing. When you see some of these guys, he beat up 15 other people. He's 15-0. So he can fight. But this guy right here, his skill level still supersedes his. Look at the collegiate players that look like monsters in college and go to the pro and
Pros.
don't get a playing time.
Yep.
And then you got that collegiate player whose game was okay in college, but he meshed well for the pro game and he
Hmm.
excelled in pro. I said, there's levels to this.
Yeah,
And
it is.
you can see people who just supersede others in their skill set.
Set. Yep.
So he's not a bum. He just can't beat the guy he fought tonight.
Right. Yeah.
And then there's guys who really do have low skill set or didn't train and prepare properly. Yes, but I'm not gonna call them a bum because guess what they did? Got in the ring.
Yeah.
You know, they might not just take it serious. They went for a paycheck. They did other things.
Right.
They might not be in the gym like they're supposed to.
So
But they do just enough to get that check. But he's not a bum. He's still a man making a living for his family.
Right. That's right. That's right. That's right. And that's a good way to put it. I hope everybody heard it. That's a good way to put it, Marcus. You know, because you step inside the ring, man, you can end your life immediately.
Exactly. You're putting your life on the line. And that's one reason why I push my guys as hard as I do, because I say, yo, I want you to come home just like you left.
That's it, man.
And this is a hard sport, bro. This is a hard sport.
It is. It's one of the hardest sports besides getting hit by another person on the football field, that I can say. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
It's really hard, man, because you know, you taking, and I got to say this, and then we're gonna end this show. But my best friend up in Michigan, he was a amateur fighter, and we went out in the backyard and we put the gloves on and we did it for fun. And he hit me a couple times, and I got a cut up here, and I still got it right now today. I said, man, I ain't never doing this no more.
It'll make you a believer real quick.
I said, and we laugh about that thing right now today. As a matter of fact, I'm going up there in a couple of months to see him. But we saw a lot of great fights. That's what actually got me really into boxing, was him, because he was an amateur fighter, and we used to get up and run and stuff and go to the Palace in Detroit, Michigan, and see a lot of different fighters that was there. But look here, man, this has been a great show, man. It's been entertaining, been a wonderful, 45 minutes with you. We learned a lot from you. You talked about a lot of different things. You gave your opinions on a lot of different things, and I truly enjoyed the show today with you. And look, man, hey, my door is always open to you. Any questions you want to ask me?
Not at all. I'll just see you on the 13th, because I know you'll be in South Carolina at the Billy Bleed show. And actually, that's what we met at. We'll do it. We have the reunion.
It's a reunion thing, man.
There you go.
And I enjoy it. I hope to see you there. I will be there. Me and Jay York Production, the one that does your promos for you.
Okay.
The promos, the introduction. He'll be there with me also. We're going to be doing a lot of work that night. So we'll have our cameras and all that mess that night. I'll be a little bit more full intact this time than I was last time.
Yes,
but, look, man. Hey, look, I appreciate you coming on, man, talking with you about your career and about your promotions and Kelvin and all that good stuff. And I thank you. I truly do, because you're one of the persons that I was waiting to try to get you on. I finally got you on.
I'm available anytime. Okay. If I'm not on the road.
All right. Look, we'll see you the 13th, man, for sure.
All right. I appreciate you.
Take care, brother.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right.
You are in the mix with D.HALL and the People's Show. Listen.
Yo.
This is a Jay York production. You are in the mix with D.HALL and the People's Show. Listen.
Yo.
This is a Jay York production.